I'm sure many veterinarians are thinking, well, how could I possibly add this? Is this a possible service that I could add to my existing business? And I'm sure people would like to know, are you providing veterinary services to beekeepers right now? And if so, do you want to share a little bit about how that unfolds from a business standpoint? How you're booking the appointments, are you going out there, how you may be billing? You don't have to tell us what you're charging, but how you're billing and so forth.
So I think this is one of the big problems that we have in veterinary medicine is, can we do this and can we make money at it? If you are a veterinarian and you want to go out and make your living as a honeybee veterinarian, I would learn how to get by without eating very much, because I think the opportunities are slim. There's a groundswell of beekeeping, interest out there. There's lots of people getting into bees, and they're thirsty for knowledge because there's a pretty steep learning curve getting into bees. Back before all the mites were introduced, the tracheal mites in '84, the varroa mites in '87, beekeeping was easy. You throw your bees out in the backyard. If they make some honey, great. If they don't, try it again next year. Now, if you don't take care of your bees and keep their mite levels under control, you lose your bees. They die. So I think there's a huge opportunity for veterinarians with beekeeping knowledge to go out and educate new beekeepers about varroa mites and keeping those mites under control so they don't have a viral epidemic that kills their bees. A lot of people don't want to do that. They're adverse to treatments. They're averse to being in the hive and perhaps killing bees in order to complete that test. So I think there's a big opportunity for veterinarians to do that kind of work, but they need to know bees and they need to be willing to step out of the exam room a little bit to get out to do that. And then the other trouble is, a single beehive with a really curious beekeeper might take an hour or two. So now, what's the charge going to be for that? How do we come out and make that economical? A lot of times people say, I want to make sure my visits are economical and I don't want to spend any money. But at the same time, veterinarians need to charge money. We've got a lot of education, we've got a lot of time, and we can't just go out and do this for free. Some people are willing to pay for that, some people aren't. And we can look at who do we have for competition. So if Google's doing it for free, or you have a beekeeper down the road that does it for free, the next thing is how do we differentiate ourselves? So coming in with a real strong knowledge base, a real strong understanding of how to keep bees, and having a good success with keeping your bees alive goes a long ways in getting your foot in the door with other beekeepers. My business is we sell beekeeping supplies. So if you're a new beekeeper, you want to set up a beehive, we'll sell you the hive, the frames, and all the different parts. If you've had bees and you've kept them alive, we sell you more of those to make your splits, or we sell you jars to put your honey in. We sell the equipment to put your, to extract your honey. So that's how I make my living, but I also teach classes, and I've done, a couple of vet calls for bees for a couple of local people, but I'm not making my living running around as a bee veterinarian. I think a lot of the people that I've talked to this weekend were thinking that we had, a 3-doctor practice that just did bees here in New York, and it's not like that. I talked with Nicholas Vidal-Naquette, who wrote Honeybee Veterinary Medicine. So it's a textbook that, we offer in our business, and you can find it on the web. And, I asked him, how much time do you spend going out and seeing cases, working at the university? He teaches classes at the university for the veterinary students, and then he does a little bit of consulting. And he says, the thing that allows me to, how do you say, eat is small animal emergency medicine. So he has an emergency house call practice in Paris. And that's what he does with, 40 partners, I think he has in his practice.